What's poppin', you guys? It's your pal right here, Exotic MegAbsol Dark, is back with a new scary story. And yep, so as I was scrolling through the horror story section, I came across this one story which thought it'd be interesting to tell you guys this one. And as you can already see, the story is called "Getting Old." And as you can already see by and as you can already tell by the description, it says a creepy and disturbing story about a young man who delivers packages for a living, and an old man who asks him for a favor. The illustration is a painting by Vincent van Gogh titled "At Eternity's Gate." Okay, so this is the painting by Vincent van Gogh. I've heard about him. He was like a world famous painter, if I'm correct. And well, let's see what the story has in store for us. And as usual, the link of the website is always going to be in the description below so that you guys can check out. But without further ado, let's get on. Let's begin. So, sit back, relax, and I am all locked on as I read the story "Getting Old." So, brace yourselves. Yeah. When I was in university, I wanted to make a little extra money during the summer, so I got a job working for a courier company. One day I had to deliver some luggage to a man named Mr. Yamaguchi. His apartment was on the 12th floor of a tall building. I was in a rush because I wanted to get home early that day. I took the elevator to the 12th floor and managed to deliver the luggage to Mr. Yamaguchi safely. He even gave me a big tip. I was leaving. As I was leaving, I happened to notice that there was a note on the door of the apartment next to Mr. Yamaguchi's. It read, "Old man with bag legs can't go down to throw trash. Can't, Old man with bad legs can't go down to throw away trash. Could someone please help me?" Oh my god. Sorry guys, I had to restart. Sorry guys, I had to restart the website. I hesitated for a moment. Although I wanted to go home early, my mother always taught me to help people in need. I rang the doorbell and waited. The door was immediately opened by an old man who must have been at least 80 years old of age. "I saw your note," I said. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, young man," he replied with a smile. "Getting old is a terrible thing, especially when you're alone. Just wait a moment and I'll get it for you." He went back into his apartment and rummaged around. A few minutes later, the old man emerged and handed me a small cardboard box that was sealed with duct tape. It felt unnaturally heavy. "Yes, getting old is very hard," he continued. Some days you feel you would be some days you feel you would be better off dead." I didn't want to get into an awkward conversation with the old guy, so I just replied, "No problem. I'll throw this away for you." I turned to leave, but the old man followed me out to the elevator. "Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing this," he muttered. Sorry to bother you. It was really nice to meet you." "Yeah, yeah, see you later," I replied as I jabbed the button for the ground floor. The door closed and the elevator descended. The box was so heavy, I wondered what could be inside. Then I thought about the old man. Were his leg, were his legs really so bad that he couldn't use the elevator? Perhaps he was just lonely and wanted somebody to talk to. Suddenly, the book was ripped out of my hand. It hit the ceiling of the elevator with a loud metallic clank. The elevator ground to a halt between the sixth and seventh floors. The box fell back down to the fox fell back down to the floor with a heavy thud. I was so shocked, I didn't know what to do. I noticed a long, thin metal wire. It led out of the box, and thought it led out of the box and through the crack in the elevator doors. After opening the box with my penknife, I was surprised to find that all it contained was a heavy concrete block with piano wire wrap. I was surprised to find that all it contained was a heavy concrete block with piano wire wrapped around it. I wanted to ask the old man what was going on, so I pressed the button for for the 12th floor. When the elevator stopped and the doors opened, I gasped in horror. Then I took out my cell phone, called the police immediately, and waited for them to come. Why? Why? The old man had the old man had wrapped the other end of the piano wire around his neck. His body was lying in front of the his body was lying in front of the elevator in a pool of blood. His head had rolled over and come to a rest at his apartment door. Um, oh, oh, so, oh no. So basically, the old man just hanged himself. He used, yeah, he used the other end of the piano wire. Yeah, he used the other end of the piano wire to wrap it around his neck so that he could like hang himself to death. Yeah, that's dark. Yeah, that's really dark. Yeah, yeah, he's really is suicidal. Yeah, this old man is really suicidal, all because of how it's very hard about getting old. I mean, yeah, the old man is really suicidal, all because that he was getting old, and felt lonely and feel like that he shouldn't live anymore, that he'd be better off dead. There's something like that. Oh no, yeah, that this old man was like begging for death, like to end his life just to stop getting much older. So that man, yeah, yeah, I feel very bad for the old man. Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, I really do feel bad for the old man, thinking that because that he is so old, that he thinks that he shouldn't live anymore, that he'd be better off dead. So he decided to. The only humane thing is to hang himself with by using the other by using that piano wire as a rope and wrap it around his neck so that he could like kill himself by hanging. That's just cruel and dark and gruesome in sort of way to picture it. But that's all, folks. Yeah, so this was the story Getting Old. I can see why this story was called Getting Old. Yeah. Well, let me know what you guys enjoyed this story. If you guys did, you guys already know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what other stories you want me to read. And well, as you can see by the two sides of here, as you can already see these two names. One is called Intruder Alert and Cold Man. Let me know which of these two stories you want me to read. Just if you want me to read which of these two stories you want me to read for the next story. Let me know in the comments. But overall, Getting Old is really a great scary story. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. Until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next story. Peace out.